Hi everyone! Today's video is not for the faint-hearted. Today, we are going to chat with the real Devil Shatton. Prepare yourselves and make sure to stay strong after hearing his answers. Let's get started. Let's add Mr. Tom before moving as he is professor, so he helped me to ask.
Thank you for taking me with you.
Are you ready for the interview, Mr. Devil? Or can I call you? A Shatan or Iblis, etc.?
Yes, I am ready, but you must address me with more respect. During this interview, you will address me as Your Majesty.
Why do I give you such a royal respect?
You should know I control 98% of the people of your world. Do you not think that entitles me to rate as royalty?
That is a fine idea, Your Majesty. Start by telling me where you live. Then describe your physical appearance.
My physical appearance? Why, my dear loyal Mr. Human, I have no physical body. I would be handicapped by such an encumbrance as those in which you small creatures live. I consist of negative energy, and I live in the minds of people who fear from me, which normally religion books help me to do. It is my business to represent the negative side of everything, including the thoughts of you tinny human. How else could I control people? My opposition controls positive thought, God, angles, etc., etc. But I love to control negative thought.
How do you gain control of the minds of people?
Oh, that is easy. I merely move in and occupy the unused space of the human brain. I sow the seeds of negative thought in the minds of people so I can occupy and control the space, and build negative though against religions. I create a dream of house, car, money, and women. Not food because God give them that, but rest of materialistic would help me.
You must have many tricks and devices by which you gain and hold control of the human mind.
To be sure, I employ tricks and devices to control human thought. One of my cleverest devices for mind control is to manipulate humans as I have. I plant the seed of fearless from God in the minds of people, and as these seeds germinate and grow through use, I control the space they occupy. Today, social media is one of the biggest weapons of mine. I can do whatever and my message reach to everyone. People waste their time on social media, which give me power.
Tell me something more about the world in which you live.
I live wherever I choose. Time and space do not exist for me. I am a force best described to you as energy. My favorite physical dwelling place, as I have told you, is the minds of the earthbound. I control a part of the brain space of every human being. The amount of space I occupy in each individual's mind depends upon how little and what sort of thinking that person does. As I have told you, I cannot entirely control any person who thinks.
You speak of your opposition. What do you mean by that?
My opponent controls all the positive forces of the world, such as love, faith, hope, and optimism. Brotherhood, worship of God. My biggest opponent is God, who controls the positive factors of all natural law throughout the universe, the forces which keep the earth and the planets and all the stars balanced in their courses. But these forces are meek in comparison with those which operate in the human mind under my control. You see, I do not seek to control stars and planets. I prefer the control of human minds.
Where did you acquire your power, and by what means do you add to it?
I add to my power by appropriating the mind power of the people who disobey God and His commands. Worship me and follow my commands. 98 out of every 100 who come back to my plane from the earth plane are taken over by me, and their mind power is added to my being. I get all who come over with any form of fear. I give them a fearless wine. You see, I am constantly at work, preparing the minds of people about there is no life after death. Why you need God? There is no God. Why do you waste time for prey? So I can appropriate them when they come back to my plane.
Tell me of the most common habits by which you control the minds of people.
That is one of my cleverest tricks. I enter the minds of people through thoughts which they believe to be their own. Those most useful to me are fear, superstition, avarice, greed, lust, revenge, anger, vanity, and plain laziness. Through one or more of these, I can enter any mind at any age. But I get my best results when I take charge of a mind while it is young, before its owner has learned how to close any of these 9 doors. Then I can set up habits which keep the doors ajar forever.
What brief message would you send to the typical drifter if you wished to cure him of this evil habit?
I would admonish him to wake up and give
Give what?
some form of service useful to as many people as possible. Why do you suppose rich men's sons seldom equal the achievements of their fathers? I'll tell you why. It is because they have been deprived of the self-discipline which comes from being forced to work. Look into the records of moving picture stars or athletes who suddenly find themselves in possession of big money and hero worship and praise from the public. Observe how quickly I move in and take them over in many cases, mainly through sex, gambling, food, and liquor. With these, I catch and control the biggest and the best of people as soon as they get their hands on big money.
What about those who acquire money slowly by rendering some form of useful service? Are they easily snared too?
Oh, I get them all right, but I generally have to change my bait. Some of them want one thing, and others want something else. Where my purpose is best served, I see to it that they get what they want most, but I manage to wrap in the package something they don't want. The thing I give them is the definite thing that makes them drifters. Do you see how I work?
And very clever work it is. You lure people on through their natural desires, but you slip your deadly poison into the object of those desires wherever you can.
Now you are catching on. You see, I play both ends against the middle, so to speak. Hi, human, I have to go. I think people are going for prayer. I need to stop them. If you want me to come again, just start following me. You will find me always behind you. I love to control your mind. See you, my human. Bye.
Well, guys, this was Devil, and see how it control humans' mind. We have to work on it to stop him to control us and follow God commands.
We will not be like him. Thank you everyone for watching today. Stay in touch with us for more interesting videos. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and like.